So, ladies, what is it about when you link up with either one of your sisters, close friends, or another homegirl that you sit down and you feel so comfortable and vulnerable to talk about your relationship so openly and articulately to someone either close to you or a complete stranger, and you don't have that same capacity or that same reserve sentiment for the person that you're in a relationship? What is it about you having that conversation with a member of the same sex as you than you sitting down having that conversation with someone that you either love, respect, and care about?
I don't have that issue, but I can tell you my theory.
Yeah, go ahead. Or any of the other sisters, please go ahead.
Well, if you have sisters, it's something different with a sister bond. And I can go into spirituality and how we're all connected and all that good stuff. But basically, we're more. I know I'm more comfortable talking to my sisters about certain things because they are parts of me, and it's almost like having a conversation with myself. We were raised by the same parents. We think the same way, and they're going to give me an honest answer about me that I might not be able to come up with on my own. Now, as far as why people can't communicate that to a partner that they claim that they love, that's on them. I don't have that problem. So I don't know.
Go ahead, Mia. Or
Y'all
Mila,
really
sorry.
can't get my name right, huh?
My,
It's
my
Mila,
apologies.
y'all. No, I'm just playing. It's okay. What I was finna say, shit, I don't forgot. Oh, um, I don't necessarily have a problem. I'm a very vocal person, right? But I think that why women find it easier to talk to their best friends or family or whatever, I think it's I guess it may stem back from safety, right? I guess you feel a little bit more understood because your family or your friends are people that you friends, people that you chose to be in your life. So you kind of naturally connected to them. They understand you.
I'm
You've
30.
already been vulnerable.
No, I'm not dating for fun. I'm dating.
You probably done experienced some real life shit with them. And so sometimes I can speak for me if I reach out to a friend first about a dating situation, it's because I'm trying to get a perspective that I'm not seeing, right? It's usually because it's like it may be I'm doing something wrong or there's an issue that's a me thing that I'm not seeing. And so I'm just trying to get something from a person who's known me longer, has seen me in different situations, who can maybe give me some real feedback onto like how to communicate this with my man or how to express this or what would be the best way to get my point across to my so-called man. Um I think sometimes that could be helpful, but then sometimes that could be detrimental depending on who your friends are and who your family are. But that's just from our perspective. I don't feel like I personally have that issue, but I will say that sometimes, especially in this dating culture now, it could be a little bit cringy to tell your person certain things because they don't. It just ain't. It just if it you can't express things. People be like, express, say how you feel, but it's not that easy. You say something, people talking about you, you and your feelings, you tripping, you this, you that, da da da. So when you're constantly being told, and sometimes that could stem from like childhood trauma, where you're constantly like having your feelings invalidated, your emotions invalidated, or like not feeling like you're being heard, especially from your partner, whether it's a male or a female, it kind of just makes you go to that person that you know that's going to listen, who's going to reassure you, who's going to validate you. And I think that's probably why it's a little bit difficult, but I think that that's something that should be figured out in the beginning of the dynamics. And that's where I would say therapy can come in to help if that is like an issue. But usually I just think that's like sometimes a trauma response for a lot of people, not just ladies. Because I don't think men be talking to their girls about problems either. So I think that's a trauma thing.
Yeah.
I,
Shin,
man,
I know you wanted to respond.
DJ
no,
ran. um, so I've never been married before.
So all I can do is tell you when you're dating, even if you're in a committed relationship. I can't even, but I will hope that this is not true when it comes to marriage, prayerfully. But I know that especially when you're dating somebody, even if it's long term, your emotions are involved. When you're talking to your friends, yes, your emotions are involved, but you're not talking to the person your emotions are involved with, right? So you stumble, you may not articulate it right, all of those things. That's just women. We're emotional creatures. Some of us are. Um, Two, you don't want to say anything that's going to mess up the whole dynamic, right? You don't want to be judged by what you say. Maybe it doesn't come out right, then it causes the whole argument for no reason. And you're just like, am I tripping? So you rather bounce it off of a friend first and then bring it back to your mate. If you can have an honest conversation with your mate and it's a no judgment zone, that's the perfect relationship. But most of us are not in perfect relationships, okay? So you tiptoe because maybe it happened once and then something bad happened. So it's like bad reinforcement, like it's not a positive thing. So you like, okay, now I don't feel comfortable even coming to you anymore about it. I'd rather go talk to a friend, get it right, and then come back with the diluted version. You know what I'm saying? When I should just be comfortable coming to talk to you, but we do it to ourselves. He doesn't feel comfortable talking to you, the female, because you've done something to make him not feel safe in coming to talk to you, and vice versa. So if it's happened and there was a bad outcome, they're probably gonna not do it again because they're thinking about what happened the last time I did that. It didn't go over well. And let's just be honest, everybody's replaceable, even in marriages these days. It ain't like it used to be back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy got a side chick, you like, damn, he gonna run to the side chick. It's just so much going on.
Well,
So do y'all hear what y'all saying, man? Do y'all really hear what y'all? So again, y'all
Stop
okay?
saying
You
y'all.
wanted honesty, and we're giving you honesty.
Look, you said it too
I
because
mean,
you said
they're
you're able to
being
talk to your sister, right? That's
Mhm.
that's part of it, right?
What'd
And
you
then what you
say?
said you said you was able to talk to your sisters, right?
I said I'm able to talk to
About
anybody, but he asked me specifically about women. But I'm able to talk to my partner as well.
Me
no, no,
too.
I'm
no,
going in
listen,
first.
listen to what I'm about to say. Y'all are able to talk to your circle, whatever it is, family, friends, whatever, about the significant other of yours, right? That's what I heard. So, and then y'all even said, while running by her or him or whoever it is to soften the blow or to try to perfect it or to give him the watered down version. That's not good.
It's
Let me
not.
help y'all with this. Let me help y'all with this. Men can handle the truth if you be honest with them. We may not like it. It may go tough on us that day, but we can deal with it. We'll bounce back real fast. I promise you, ladies, we will. But when y'all
This
sit there
fucking
and talk
cat.
about, okay, so when y'all sit there and talk about these situations with everybody else other than the man that you're willing to have sex with, that you're willing to lay with, that you're willing to break bread with, that you will probably more than likely trust with your life if something was to pop off, but you're not afraid to have a conversation with this man because you worried about, oh, I'm afraid of messing up the dynamic or hurting his feelings. No, that's not good. The worst thing you could do is find out that you talk to your sister or your friends or your neighbor about this shit instead of coming to him. Now he's going to question the relationship. Who are you in a relationship with? Me or them? Who do you confide and trust in? Me or them? That's a problem.
I have a question. So, Hink, if you feel that, how as a woman, right? Let's say if you was in a situation like Shamon, and you tried to express to your man, and it just went terrible. How, as now that I've had that bad experience, what would be your suggestions on bringing something to him, straight to him, not talking to nobody else at all, going straight to him? Like, how would you recommend that she do that if she feel like she's done it and it wasn't a safe space?
Well, if the situation went terrible, hopefully y'all got to a place where it got fixed and corrected or reconciled, because we wouldn't be having this conversation again if it didn't, right? So we was able to get past whatever terrible thing that happened prior. So that means there's a possibility we can have a conversation. It may not go the way we wanted to go at the time, and that happens when you get in arguments. They're not always going to go the way you have them planned out. You could, everybody got a plan to get hit in the face, in the nose, is what Mike Tyson said. It's not going to go the way you think. You can mind it out, project it out, visualize it out. It's not going to go the way you think it's planned. So what you have to do is have that conversation, and if you need to. The last time we had this tough conversation, baby, it didn't go the way I had planned it. Hopefully we can handle it better in a more mature fashion. If we get to that point where it's becoming, I can't talk to you, you can't talk to me, maybe we need to table this conversation, go our separate spaces to cooler heads prevail, not go stay the night with granny or mama or your sister's house. You go to one room, I go to mine. Maybe I need to take a drive to cool off, and we come back and have the conversation where we could talk to each other in a respectful manner, and then work it out from there. That would be my recommendation.
Why is this so extremist?
Let me just add something really fast. I have that. It's not just about man. It's me. I have that problem with anybody I have confrontation with. So if I have a confrontation with you, I'll go to somebody else because that's just has nothing to do with. So sometimes it's the individual. Like I know I had a confrontation back in the day with Mistaken. Remember that, JR? And JR had to step in as the person in the middle. So some people, like myself, are just not good at going to the person. We go.
But to kind of keep in mind too is that you got to hear all sides. So a lot of times people are not able to hear everything in its entirety, and so the advice that they're giving you, it could just be aiding whatever it is that you need, and not necessarily what the relationship needs. So I understand what Hink's saying is that you want to start within your house first because you're not going to always have those people. Sometimes people may not feel like being bothered. So can you resolve conflict within your own house? Have you guys attempted to or tried, or have you always just been going to go to that other person and never gave it a chance? So start inside the house first, and then it should be something that should be agreed upon as far as, okay, well, let's bring somebody else in and see if we can kind of work them in to get some clarity as far as what's going on.